challenge, day 16. I'm so impressed with how many people are keeping up with their splits challenge. Look at you. You're going to be so fucking flexible, and I'm really, really excited to see it. If you are jumping in randomly, make sure that you take a before picture and then download the splits calendar and then follow along. Do this at your own pace or follow along for 30 days. Totally up to you. Highly recommend bringing some yoga blocks. Make sure that you have water, you're staying hydrated, and you're getting lots of rest throughout this challenge. All that good stuff. Okay, let's get started. I told you that we were going to work today. I'm not really in the mood, but I said we would. So we're going to do like a schmedium. I'm going to give us a schmedium, okay? So before we get started, I just want to say that doing the 30-day split challenge for 30 minutes a day, if you really, really, really want to gain more flexibility, you can be stretching more or you can be doing more, right? I think that sometimes like even an hour is almost not enough time. But what I want is for this challenge to be accessible. And I want this challenge to be something that you can fit into your day, that you can commit to, that you can see actual progress with, right? So the best thing to do is get warm as quickly as possible. And that's what we've been doing. Let me make sure that we're live here. Get warm as quickly as possible and then get into your deep stretch, right? So for the point of today, I'm going to have us start with some jumping jacks. We're going to jump around a bunch. We live. We're working. All right, we're going to start with some jumping jacks. We're going to jump around a bunch, and then we're going to get juicy in the hips, and we'll start back on these 2-minute holds because I've heard that you really don't get into your stretch until you're like 2 minutes in. So we're going to do this. All right, wherever you are, just standing nice and tall, bringing your feet together and drawing some energy from the center of the earth all the way up to the crown of your head. Taking a big inhale here and a big exhale. Just centering your breathing, centering your awareness, bringing yourself all the way onto your mat, mind, body, spirit. Whenever you're ready, we're going to do some jumping jacks. So arms and legs out, and we're going to jump. And you should start feeling your heart rate starting to race. You should be starting to get warm. I turned my AC off before this because I wanted to make sure we're nice and warm and juicy. You know why? Because when you warm up the muscles, it's more safe to stretch them. You can go more deep. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Let's go ahead and take our right leg up, make some circles. Other side. Swing our arms side to side. And we're going to take our hands and we're going to place them on the backs of the legs. Start saying good morning. We're going to connect the brain to the muscles and the muscles back to the brain. And then go ahead and meet in a yogi squat. Toes out to the sides. Adjust as much as you need to. You may need to open your feet a little bit more. And then we're going to floss back and forth between a forward fold and a yogi squat. So you're going to be feeling this in your quads a lot. And the reason why we've been doing this a lot is because this is your biggest muscle, right? If we can get this muscle to move early on, we get that fire build up. And notice how when I'm moving through these, I'm still changing the direction of my toes so that my knees and my toes are in the same, going the same way. Let's do 3 more. 2. Good job. Last one. Meet in a forward fold. Let your head and neck relax. Grab opposite elbows. Let everything hang here. Maybe rock your weight forward and backward. I do have my feet a little bit wider than hip distance apart. That feels really good right now. But you can keep yours stacked under your hips or feel the difference in the stretch if your feet are just a tiny bit more wide. Up to you. We're going to go back into a yogi squat, toes out. And I like to do this in a lot of my in-person classes, but we're going to go ahead and I want you to place your hands on the ground. And we're just going to hop like a frog up to the front of your mat. And then I want you to turn around. And then hop to the back. Turn other way. We're going to go up and down the mat, turning one way when you get to the top and turning the other way when you get to the back. We're going to do 2 more like this. And if you're not feeling this in your legs, if you're not feeling warm, then you're not doing it. All right, come to seat. Let's lay down all the way. Put your feet up to the sky. Big inhale here. Place your hands down by your sides. And we're going to lower our feet down to the ground. We're going to do 10 leg lifts. Lifting up with the inhale and lowering with the exhale. 5, 6, good job. 7, 8, almost there. 9, 10, and let's do one more for good luck. Hold on one second. Yo, Clay, I'm doing the split challenge. I just told you. Thanks, bro. I appreciate it. It's all good. My brother brought me juice today. You know what's actually funny? I actually wanted to talk about discipline, but I think that the lesson that's coming through for me today is surrender. Let's meet a happy baby. Draw the feet together or feet up to the sky. Go ahead and rock side to side. I really wanted to talk about discipline. I wanted to talk about how sometimes showing up on your mat is the hardest part. But really, what is the hardest part? Sometimes it's surrendering to what's going on. Right now, Mercury's in retrograde. Half of my emails didn't send. But you know what? Everything is figure outable. Go ahead and take soles of the feet together, knees out wide. Everything's figure outable. Take a deep breath in. A deep breath out. Everything in life is cyclical. All right, let's roll over the feet. We're warm. We want to keep moving. Meet in all fours. We can talk while we move. So let's rock side to side and we'll make some hip circles. Everything is cyclical, and some things are really good when they're good, and they're really hard when they're hard. I've had a lot of things going on this morning specifically that have just been like slightly irritating me. And everything that happened, I just kept telling myself, you know what? I'm going to surrender to this. I'm going to surrender to this. Go ahead and switch directions. And by choosing to surrender to it, it's like you release your attachment to how it's supposed to be or how you're supposed to feel. It's like the universe is telling you, like, hey, are you willing to trust me on this one? Because we can't really see the bigger picture. We can only see from our limited human perspective what we see going on. Let's do 2 more circles, and then we'll meet in a down dog. Tuck the toes, lift the hips up high. Lift up high on the toes, big breath in. Big breath out. One more time, big inhale. Big exhale. You can bend the knees a little bit. Rest your thighs and your belly together while still sending the hips up to the sky. Let's go ahead and drop the knees a little bit, not all the way to the ground. Just take them to a hover and imagine that you're pulling your hands and your feet together like you're trying to create wrinkles in your yoga mat. I'm going to step my hands back just a tiny bit. Do this for 3, 2, 1. Back into a down dog. Good. One more time. Bend the knees. Draw the feet and the hands together for 3, 2, 1. Good. Back down dog. Awesome. Let's lift up the right foot high. Make some circles in the knee. We'll take a core plank, draw that knee to nose, and plant that right foot between the hands. Drop that hip and gaze up. Let's go ahead and heel toe this right foot over to the right. We're going to do lizard for a minute. You can shift your weight left and right, forwards and backwards. That's actually so nice of my brother to come by and bring me juice, right? And it just is one of those things you just have to surrender. There's another video in this 30-day split challenge where the sound just cut completely out. And it was because my microphone died, which is why I've been so low-key, high-key paranoid that the microphone's going to die these days. And part of the practice is to be present and be on your mat. And the other part of the practice is to accept the things that are there. Accept where we are right now. Accept what has happened. Because attachment is the root of pain. Okay, we're going to take our back foot, we're going to tuck it, and we're going to step that foot up about halfway. Actually, no, let's meet in a yogi squat at the front. And rock side to side in your squat. And then we're going to take the right foot to the back of the mat. Now you're in a lizard. And go ahead and rock side to side here. Put some weight into the back foot. We're going to meet in a three-legged dog with the left foot in the air. We'll make some circles. And then we'll plant that left foot outside of the left hand. Let your back leg lower if it feels good for you. Utilizing blocks. And while you're in this pose, bring your awareness back to your breathing. Are you sending your breath into your muscles to get a deeper stretch? We're going to come up now, and we're going to take that back foot behind us. So we're in like a half child's pose, half yogi squat. And we're going to kind of just rock our weight left and right. Walk your hands a little bit forward. And I'm going to straighten this leg and bend this leg here. If you see that, I don't know if my hands are in the way. Just inviting some more movement into the hips. And then we're going to bring the left knee down, rock your hips side to side. We're going to take the right foot out to the right. Same thing. Just allowing your weight to go left and right. Whenever you're ready to come up, you can bend your knees, rock your hips side to side, and come all the way to sit back on your heels. Place your hands on your thighs and just take a couple breaths. Do you feel your heartbeat? Good. All right, we're gonna meet in a down dog again. So come back up, lift up high, pressing the ground away with your hands and feet, breathing in nice and deep. Big exhale. We're gonna take the left foot up, three-legged dog. Make some circles in the ankle, in the knee, and the hip. Then we're gonna draw that knee to the center line. Try to kiss your knee, and then bringing it back into a three-legged dog. Then exhaling over to the left, inhaling three-legged dog. Good job. Exhaling over to the right. Last one, three-legged dog. Good. And then drawing that left knee over to the left. One more time. Let's place it outside the hands. We're now in this lizard lunge, and we're gonna do like a lizard lunge pyramid variation. So I'm here in this lizard. My hips are kind of like low. I'm feeling this stretch in my right hip flexor and everything. And then I'm going to flex my left foot, drawing it towards the face as I bring my weight back. And as my weight is shifting back, I'm feeling this stretch in my hamstring. You know why? Because my hips are pointing up, right? My pelvis is pointing up, not down. And if you're curious if your pelvis is pointing the correct direction, think about cat and cow. Go into cow, draw your heart through, and then go into cat. Round your back and ask yourself, which one of these do I actually feel the stretch in my left hamstring more? And then floss back and forth. Please flex biceps at the end. I love you. That's great. Last one. Coming down. Drop the back knee. We've done lizard. We're going to go into some frog now. I know it's everybody's fave. We're going to walk our hands over to the right, leaving our knees grounded, and that's going to set us up for frog. So we're moving into this frog pose. I want you to grab your blocks first, just in case you want to use them. We're going to keep our feet flexed. Imagine that you're pressing the blade edge or the inner edge of your feet into the mat and your knees into the mat. We've got a 90-degree angle between our feet and our knee and our knee and our pelvis. We're going to stay here for a couple breaths. I'll probably time it for us. If it feels good for you and you want to rock forward and backward, you can. Or you can just find stillness. When you're in this pose, you found that space that's discomfort, right? It's not pain. If it's pain, you're going to get out. You're not going to sit in it. But if you're like, oh yeah, this is not necessarily comfortable, now what? Well, now this is your opportunity to surrender. Surrender with your breathing. Relax, trust. Say, my body is strong enough to handle this. And as you surrender to the pose, you find it easier to sit here, knowing that it'll be all over soon. Maybe you find yourself getting like a little bit deeper and deeper as the time goes on. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. You got 30 seconds of frog left. How do you show up for the last 30 seconds? Is it the same intentional energy as the first 30 seconds? And whenever you're ready to come out, you can gently roll forward all the way to your belly, carefully taking your legs behind you, and bend the knees, feet up to the sky, and you can rock your legs side to side. You're killing it. I'm so proud of you. Whenever you're ready, we're going to roll over those feet. We're going to meet seated. We're going to fold these feet out like a book. You can press your arms into the legs and kind of push them out, or you can just flap your butterfly wings. And if this is too much because of the frog, just take your feet to the ground and rock your knees side to side. So choose your own adventure here. Taking about 3 more breaths. And then roll your hands back over. Meet me in a down dog. Good. Let's take the right foot up to the sky. Circling that ankle and bending the knee, circling the hip. 3-legged dog, big inhale. And then exhale, kiss your knee. Inhaling up, 3-legged dog. Exhale, right shoulder. Inhaling, 3-legged dog, lift up. Exhaling, left shoulder. And then inhaling back up, 3-legged dog. Taking it over to the right shoulder again, this time flex the foot, plant it outside of the hands. Now we're in this lizard lunge. Adjust however you need to. Maybe you rock side to side, front to back. Maybe you come down onto this knee. And from here, we're going to turn everything to the left, which I'm not going to face that way. I'm going to face this way. So we're facing each other. You can either take frog again, or we're going to take a full straddle split. And if you're like new to doing splits, and this is kind of like your first time really practicing and training your splits, I want you to really honor your body. Find the line between pain and discomfort. If you feel shooting pain, always get out of the pose, modify down. It takes time, and it's much more important that we, do it slowly and safely, because people who hurt themselves and pull these kind of muscles, it takes a long time to recover, and then it's going to take you longer. So if you're like trying to do it and go deeper out of ego, just really trust the process. Slow and steady wins the race here, and that's why we're doing 30 whole days of splits. All right, so yeah, okay, let's get into it. Either you're in your frog and you're ready to go, or you're going into your straddle with me. What's important in our straddle is we're keeping our legs nice and flexed. Our toes are flexed. And when I say flexed, I mean as opposed to just loose. You see my foot, how it's just loose? I keep my foot active. I keep my leg active, and I'm going to keep it all active as if I'm pushing the ground away from me with my legs all the way until I can get my legs on the ground. All right? Don't go in at your 100% effort. Go in at like your 60% effort, and then allow the breath to drop you deeper and deeper into your straddle. Okay? You ready? 3, 2, 1, go. And if you want to use blocks, feel free to utilize blocks underneath your torso. And while you're in this pose, asking yourself, where can I surrender? I'm really trying to stay on my mat with you guys here today. But there's a lot of things that have been going on in my day that I need to surrender to. And I just wanted to tell you a little story. There's like a mosquito flying around in my house. And like right before this split challenge, I like tried to kill him and I couldn't. So it's like little things like that. Mercury's in retrograde. And what are we gonna do? You know, I can get mad and I can get more mad and I can let all the list and pile of things just continue to add up and add to this crazy day. Or I can just say, you know what? That just is what it is. I'm going to surrender to it. I'm going to do the split challenge. I'm going to be with my people. We're going to let it all go. Right? And so in your day, how are you going to let the other things that are bothering you go too? We're more than halfway through. Keeping your legs nice and strong. Breathing. Ten, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh, go ahead and release as carefully as you can. It's so hard for me to talk when I'm in the end of that. Slow and steady, just bringing your feet to the mat pretty wide, knees up to the sky. We're going to rock the knees side to side, allowing your breathing to slow. You did it. You got past the hardest part of the day. And you're more than halfway through the split challenge. Let's go ahead and draw our knees together and just let them sit there for a bit. Sometimes showing up is the hardest part. And I'm proud of you for showing up today and becoming disciplined enough to meet me on your mat. And sometimes surrendering is the hard part, you know? But no matter what, you're here. You're doing your best. You're doing the work. And the way you show up is all up to you. Let's get comfy. Comfy cross-legged seat, hands to heart center. Let's take a nice deep inhale together. Fill up the lungs from the belly all the way to the space in the back of the throat. Holding it. And then a big exhale, release that breath. One more time, big inhale. Big exhale. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om peace, peace, peace. The light within me sees the light within you. Namaste. Thank you for showing up for yourself. I'm really proud of you. The split challenge is just going to keep being more fun, and I'm really excited to see you tomorrow. We may move more tomorrow, so we'll see. We'll see how we're feeling. Let me know what's been coming up for you in your body. Doing a lot of hip openers does tend to bring up a lot of excess emotional energy. So if you're feeling emotional, number one, if you're watching this live or in real time, like the day that I'm recording this, we're in the midst of Mercury retrograde, whether you believe in that or not, whatever. Things may be going crazy. You may be opening your hips a lot, so all that stagnant energy that's been pooling in your hips may be coming forth as emotions. Just journal. Make sure you're getting a lot of rest and stay hydrated. All right, those are the main things. I love you. I care about you. I'm proud of you. You're more than halfway through the split challenge. And if you haven't taken a halfway pic, you can. You don't have to. It's really most important to take the before photo and the after photo. But if you want to have three, like a progress, now's a good time to take your progress photo. Bring some blocks probably for tomorrow. We'll probably start utilizing a strap, a yoga strap within the next couple of days. You can use a towel or a belt or something like that. And I think that's it. All right. See you tomorrow. Bye.